A Thunder Report from 107.7 The Franchise.
Well, the Thunder have gone through their shoot-around. Russell Westbrook practiced with the team again, but the official word on his availability for tonight's ball game is still not known. Expect an announcement from Coach Scott Brooks about an hour and a half before tip-off tonight as to whether Russell Westbrook will play in the rematch against the Miami Heat. We have 3 Thunder players from shoot-around today. We start off with Nick Collison. Then Kevin Durant gave us a treat with a second interview, although you can tell he's got his game day face on. Then we ended up with Derek Fisher.
That's part of the NBA season. You have the break, and then you always have that first game back. There's really not much you can do about it other than try to get yourself going early and get up and down and just lose yourself in the game. I think we'll be okay, but historically I think we've been about the same coming back after the break, so I'm not worried about it.
Do you look at what you guys did against them before when you won down there, or do you just start anew today?
It's definitely a new game. Each one of these games this season is a new game, and that's the way it always is. But I think we try to see what we did well, what helped us against them, like we always do. Whenever we play a team, we look at the things we do well, things we didn't do well, and try to use that to our advantage.
Nick, what did you do well in that?
I think we passed the ball. Miami's very aggressive. Defensively on the screening actions, they like to jump out and put 2 on the ball and make you make another 2 or 3 passes. So I think we did a good job of that. Defensively, I think we stuck to our game plan and what we wanted to do, and we'll try to build on those things tonight.
You talked last week about how this team has learned to rebound from dips and bumps a little bit better than in the past. Was that game of Miami a classic example of maturity?
Yeah, that was a really strange game with the way that they got up so early on us. That doesn't happen a lot. But I think we're able to pull out of those bad stretches quicker because we're more mature, and we're able to fall back on our habits and eventually get back to how we want to play. So with the continuity and the growth that our guys have had over the years, I think that helps us in those situations. Yeah, it always does. That's the way you can get back in games. The way you build leads is by getting stops.
Hey Nick, when you look at the way you guys were playing through December, when Russ was looking strong, and then the depth that's developed throughout the season, especially with Russ out, where do you rank this team right now in terms of, since you guys have really been here, in terms of depth, maturity, capability of contending?
Yeah, I think since I've been here, it's the best team we've had, and I just think it's because of the maturity and the continuity and just the growth of our guys. We've had young guys here for a long time now. Now guys are getting to 24, 25. They've been in the league longer, and we've seen growth in a lot of the areas that we need it. So I think for those reasons, we're playing the best basketball we have, and our mindset has always been, what are we doing today about it? What are we doing today to make us better? And if we continue to have that mindset, I think we'll be in good shape.
Kevin, how did the shoot-around go today?
It went well. Regular shoot-around, just going over plays and just getting better. So it was a good shoot-around.
How'd Russ look out there?
Look good.
Is he playing tonight?
I don't know. You gotta ask Coach and Russ.
Hey Kevin, one thing about you and LeBron, the efficiency with which you guys both score is pretty much off the charts these days, and it seems like each year both of you have gotten better. At what point in your career did you really start looking at efficiency? And it's such a buzzword today. We just don't see that type, of efficiency out of a lot of guys. When did you start looking at that seriously?
Last year before last, I started to look at it, but this year I don't care about it. I mean, I'm gonna shoot my shots no matter what. Last year I was, thinking about it in the back of my mind, but now it's just I don't care. Let them fly, man. If I'm open, shoot it. If I'm not, pass it. It's simple. Just be aggressive. Not worry about my shooting percentage and just play the game.
Defensively, that's sort of the area you guys hang your hat on. Do you feel like you have a lot of flexibility on that end of the floor, just in terms of the guys you can play, the matchups you guys can make?
Yeah, we do. I mean, we got a lot of guys that can play different positions, that can guard different positions, and it's just a matter of just us helping each other out and us playing hard every possession.
So the fact,
just getting off to a good start. Just playing together on offense and then getting stops, taking care of the basketball.
Kevin, this team is, if there's a soft spot for the Miami Heat, it's rebounding, 30th in the NBA. Do you take that into account and try to maybe impact the game from that standpoint?
Yeah, I mean, we always try to out-rebound our opponents. I think once we do that, our record's pretty good. But against this team, they could do so many other things well that rebounding may not play a big factor. But, we got to try to get to the offensive glass as much as we can, but we also have to get back in transition. But we have to defensive rebound and, limit them to one shot. Think it's fluke?
Maybe, but how do you guys
It's only fluke against Miami, I'm guessing.
I'm not saying that.
I'm just saying, I mean, that's not the first time we made 10 threes in a game. I mean, we got shots, we got open looks, we just had to knock them down. There's going to be games when we don't knock them down, but, when we make shots, we're a better team, of course, but it's not a fluke at all. I mean, we just happen to knock them down.
So if you're shooting over 50% and you're letting them fly, is that a byproduct of the offense working, getting open shots, or just the fact that you can hit a shot from anywhere?
Just the offense working, and and the fact that I work on it. I put in time on my on my craft, and by me making shots in the game, it's not just it's on me putting those hours in, and then it's more so my coaches put me in good position, and my teammates setting up screens for me and giving me good passes, and it's on me to finish the playoff.
Kevin, do you enjoy taking the challenge defensively against some of the guys that play on the wing, like Carmelo and LeBron, on the defensive end of the floor?
Yeah, I take the challenge. Yeah, I mean, those guys are unbelievable players, all Hall of Fame type of players, not just LeBron and Carmelo, but the Kobes of the world, Paul George, eventually the guys are going to be, Hall of Famers in this league, I think. So, and I think the hardest part is just guarding the guys that some people may not think are the best in the league. So just taking that challenge then as well is preparing me for when I play the guys like Melo and LeBron and Kobe and, Paul George and the rest of those guys. So just taking the challenge every night is something I try to do and get better at every single game. And I'm going to have good games and bad games, but just learning from it all is going to make me a better player.
Kevin, over the weekend, you said Russell, the dog, got to let him off the leash. When he does play tonight, how do you let him off the leash, but also keep the focus on this matchup and this game tonight?
What match? Just me and LeBron matchup?
No, I'm talking Thunder Heat.
I mean, yeah, he's a big part of what we do. So I mean, he's in that matchup. So it's not like, he's filling in for somebody and we have to, figure out how we're gonna plug him in and play. No, he's a part of the matchup. He's a huge piece. So we're gonna let him do what he do. He's gonna create for himself and for others, and he's gonna play his tail off. And if he plays, and we're looking forward to having him.
You, in particular, have really been hot from three lately. Is it a matter of just the shots are falling now, or have you done something specific in practice?
No, like I said, I think it's, for me or, most guys on the team that when you play a role, you don't get a lot of shots in the game. When the ball is moving, the offense is executing, you're playing at a high level as a team. I think the shots you get are in better spots, they're in better rhythm, and it impacts most guys. We know what Kevin's going to bring for us. Reggie's going to have the ball in his hands, Jeremy Lamb. So most of us are relying on good offensive execution to get good quality shots, and I think we've done a better job of that in recent weeks, and hopefully it's something as we get the second half of the season started, we have some days in between games to get some practice time in, we can actually get better in those areas.
Defensively, are you happy right now defensively with your, as a team, with your intensity and your energy?
It's been up and down. We've won some games still, but I don't think we're playing the type of suffocating defense that we're capable of playing in terms of, our athleticism and our size and strength at each position. I think we could do a better job. Our numbers are really good, but I think at times teams are scoring the ball too easy during stretches of the game. So defense has to be something that, we don't take breaks from. Sometimes the offense goes up and down, but especially on this homestand to start out, I think we can defensively really crank it up a level.
How has
5 weeks for you, or you're shooting like 51 plus on threes? Is that familiarity? Is that what's bringing that forth in your game right now?
No, I think we're continuing to play, better as a team. And it's not about necessarily the number of shots, but taking good quality shots. And I think as a team, as we've played better, and we've obviously had to make the adjustment of not having Russell in there. So, we have a first group and a second group of guys that just as the weeks went by got more comfortable playing together, and so where your shots are going to come from. And I think it's helped us all to really have to rely on the team and not on the superstar talent that we have when Kevin and Russell are both in the lineup. So I think it's helped me and it's helped a number of our guys.
You guys have some core principles that you guys care about on the defensive end. Which ones of those are going to be key in this matchup tonight?
Just really trusting your defensive instincts and sticking with our defensive concepts. When you play against talented teams like Miami that have really good to great players at every position, guys have a tendency to want to stay closer to their man. So guys aren't in position to help other guys as much. The floor gets spread out because everybody's worrying about their man, and you're giving up layups, you're giving up penetration, you're giving up backdoor cuts. So when you play against really good teams, you can't think about being selfish on the defensive end in terms of stopping your guy from scoring. You still have to be willing to sacrifice yourself and be in the right place so that if a teammate needs some help, you can supply for him.
How has Russ looked in practice these last couple days, Fish?
No, he's looked really good. I mean, obviously he's spent a lot of time working and keeping himself in shape and doing everything he can possibly do to get himself back. And I mean, physically he looks great. Obviously, he, the doctors, the medical staff, training staff, they'll make the ultimate decision. Hopefully here soon, because we've missed him. We've still played well. But we love to have him back as soon as possible because we just feel like in order to do what we want to do ultimately, he's a big important piece in that puzzle, and hopefully he can get back. But we're just happy to have him back out there on the floor with us, even in practice and shoot around, and hopefully he'll be back in the game with us soon.
Do you expect a minutes dip, in his return? Is that something you might welcome as far as down the stretch, resting your body a little bit?
No, I don't necessarily welcome it, but it's a realistic part of what comes for all of us at the guard positions. Myself, Reggie, maybe Jeremy, but just for me personally, it doesn't change my approach to the game. My minutes may dip a little or a lot, but you still have to be ready to play, and when you do get an opportunity, go out there and try to have a positive impact on the team. And by default, if I get some extra rest and can be fresh, or fresher going into the postseason, that's great. But at the end of the day, it's about our team. So however it impacts me or any guy, we have to be able to table that and manage it and be what we need to be for the team.
You guys have 13 steals and forced 21 turnovers down there. Were you really locked in defensively? Did you feel like after they hit you with that big shot early in the game?
Yeah, well, unfortunately, it took us getting knocked down in that first round to, realize what we were up against. And I think we, realized at that point that offense wasn't going to get it done for us. You're down 20-2 or 20-4. So if you're thinking about winning this game, then defense is going to have to be the thing that you start to play. Because if you score every time and they score every time, they're still going to be up by 18 points. So I think we realized that defense is what was going to give us a chance to come back and win that game. We started playing some better defense, and tonight, it's going to require the same thing, but not 8 minutes into the game. We're going to have to play some really good defense to start.
Thunder guard Derek Fisher, before that Kevin Durant, and of course Nick Collison started our report today. Desmond Mason and John Rohde will join me for the TotallyTickets.com Countdown to Tip-Off show, 6 o'clock at Toby Keith's. We hope to have the information on Russell Westbrook's playing availability during that show tonight. That's today's Thunder Report. I'm David Garrett on 107.7 The Franchise.